Boom.
Da da da. Does it say you are now live?
You are now live.
We are now live. Hopefully 1 million people will come and say hello to us.
That's right.
Live.
Hope so.
Yeah.
So, this is when you talk about nonsense while everybody joins.
That's correct. Everybody's joining, and Chris is sharing it.
Sharing
everywhere.
all the things.
See? Keto Chow is live
There
now.
we are. Oh, look at our cute faces. So, today is Tuesday, February 26th.
Yep.
This is Amanda.
Hi.
Hi,
She's
Amanda.
here as our special guest. And I can't wait till everybody starts talking to us.
Lori
be
just
awesome.
joined.
Lori, hi!
Hi, Lori.
So, let's see. Chris.
So Chris is going to share stuff. We can talk about our day. So let's see. What did we do? What did you do today?
I worked today.
Woohoo! Richard, hi! 1 million people! Yay! They're here! And Paula's here too. So you worked, and I worked, and Chris worked.
I did.
And yeah. My kids went to school. Turned my phone on silent. I can't think of anything interesting that happened today. Max made dinner. It was pretty good. We had leftover pork and low carb tortillas and cheese, and I put an avocado in mine because avocado's delicious.
Yeah. And I drank root beer float keto chow.
For dinner.
That's right.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites, actually.
I like root beer
Root beer?
too.
It's on sale this week, isn't it?
It is on
Yes.
sale this week.
We can say that. Root beer floats.
We're
on
not
sale.
ready yet.
Sorry. my
I'm
bad.
still
Well,
sharing
there's,
it.
there's 1 million people here, Richard said.
It's really?
Yeah.
A million?
1 million people. Oh, it went away.
Oh man. Holy cow. 1 million people joining in. Hi guys.
See?
Paula
Told you.
says hi. Richard says hi guys. Lori says hi cute Amanda.
Hi,
Kyla.
Lori.
So there's 7 comments.
And
What does it
Richard is
say, all the
working on
people?
some special projects.
Yeah,
He's doing some video work for us.
that's fun.
Yeah, Emily's on.
Emily, I missed you last week. How are you doing? She doesn't answer right away.
No, there's a delay. There's a delay fish.
I'm getting my nails done. Anyone want to tell me something to do? Bacon and eggs?
Well, we're going to
we could do
a
some
conference.
steak for a carnivore conference.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
When do you guys go to Colorado?
Next week.
We leave on Wednesday.
The carnivore conference is on Thursday, and low carb Denver
Friday
is on
and Saturday. Oh yes, yeah, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep.
Should be so awesome.
Yep. Okay, I'm almost done.
Okay,
So
sorry, I'm not saying a lot of cool
No, you're
things
fine.
today. Thanks. That's
we
nice of
got
you
to,
say, by the way.
what I did today. I got to review employee policies and benefits.
Yeah, I helped.
That was a lot of fun.
Sounds exciting.
I know,
It's
right?
Super fun.
Well, since we have less than 50 employees, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have to do, but we're doing just because.
Ooh,
it's the
avocado
cool
on the nails. Sorry, I got distracted.
Ooh,
that's
avocado.
That's a
Cute.
good idea.
That would be
super
really
cute.
cool.
Totally doing it, Paula. Thanks for the idea. Don't let
Yeah.
me forget. Hi, Matt. My first order of Keto Chow shipped yesterday. Woo woo! I hope you got root beer because it's delicious. And
Yeah.
chocolate mint. That's what I had for breakfast. I heated it up. It's so yummy.
I forgot I needed to post it.
Whoops.
To,
Okay.
Reddit. Okay, you can talk about what's going on now.
What are we talking about?
Right there. Root beer floats on sale.
Root beer floats on sale. Day 56 of Not My Experiment.
My experiment. I'm doing 100 days where it's nothing but keto chow. And I'm on day 56 as of this morning. Now, this was really interesting. To me, it was interesting. On Saturday, I went up a pound. And on Sunday, I went up a pound. On Monday, I went up a pound, even though I'm just eating the same stuff. And then today, I lost like 2.5 pounds. So, water weight.
I'm sadly up 3 pounds, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Well,
I think I'm just hydrated because I don't have a headache. So that's good, right? I'm just going to try to be positive.
I've been trying not to weigh myself every day.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Take measurements.
I'm all about doing the experiment right now, but I did do measurements. That was interesting.
Yeah, and you lost like, what, 2.5 inches on your
2.5 inches on my waist. Because Christy Davis had recommended using that funny Zozo
Zozo
suit.
suit?
that black
They
suit
look
with all the
really
white
funny.
dots. It looks really weird.
I love it. I think you should wear it to work.
Except for the fact where it's skin tight.
That's why I want you to wear it.
Okay, that's not weird at all.
Nah.
So let's see. But
Okay.
yeah,
I'm not gross. Sorry.
it's interesting though. It makes a 3D model and then gives you measurements. And I'm not sure how accurate it is, but
It's okay. It's
Anyway.
fun. It's a fun experiment. It's fun to experiment with things. So, are you done yet?
I am posting it to Twitter, and now I am officially done. Okay.
Welcome.
So Matt's. Oh, you already said.
Avocado nails. I got it. What color underneath? Pink? Hot pink?
I don't know.
Any color pink? Or not pink? How about yellow? No, avocado and yellow is gross.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not even important. So
Let's see.
let's talk about. Is the sound on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a little bit louder. We have it back a little.
Oh.
Put it right in the frame.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Let's do it.
So the meter says it's well, I'll turn it up just a little bit more. Tick tick tick.
Hello! Did you hear that?
I bet they did. Okay, so Paula says water away from hormone swings, but
Stupid hormones.
I read Hermione
I
swings.
actually read Hermione also.
Too much Harry Potter.
I know,
Hermione.
right?
We haven't watched that in a long time.
We haven't. SB McCaleb says, Miriam, you look all dolled up.
Aw, thanks.
You didn't even notice. Amanda just got her hair done.
I know, it's so
I
cute.
know, I cut it.
It's so
I haven't had bangs for like 6 years. It's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
Okay, now,
So cute.
Amanda is a regular participant in our Facebook Lives. She
She's
always
amazing.
pops on and comments and is really great. But we wanted to have her actually come on in person.
Because if you haven't met her, you need to.
Yes, and if you haven't met her recipes, you should meet her as well. Them.
The recipes
The recipes.
that are delicious.
Yeah, we have a lot from
They're
Taffany.
so
we have a
good.
lot from
Yeah.
Amanda. Amanda was the one that made the now infamous
El Guapo. I mean, not that.
savory chicken soup drop biscuits.
Yes.
So
That we've been eating all week with
yeah,
our
those
lasagna.
are really good.
Yeah, they are one of my favorites.
Butter.
Was
Oh,
it-
the one that we just barely posted, was that today? The
Yeah,
salted caramel
I made
coffee
sure that her recipe got posted today. Because you
cake? She
brought that
it
for
to
the meetup,
Yeah, I did.
It was so
And-
yummy.
One of my tests.
and I looked at it and went,
I took it home in a Ziploc bag. Everybody, don't look at this. It's not for you.
yep. So now we first met Amanda way back in,
Oh, at the first KetoCon.
at the first KetoCon
Yeah.
in 2017.
It was awesome.
We were there. It was the first. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was the
It
first.
was the first KetoCon.
Well, it's not the first KetoCon.
Yeah, it was.
Not only the first KetoCon.
Oh.
It was the first time we had ever gone to a.
It was
a
our first
convention thing.
conference and,
Really?
and the first.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so we were kind of cutting our teeth on it.
We didn't know what we
And-
were doing. We brought way too much product.
Oh my gosh, we brought 2 pallets worth of
It was
product.
ridiculous.
Wow.
We ended up shipping
And we
an
didn't
entire
know what
pallet
we were
home.
doing, so-
Yeah, and it was a very good learning
It
experience.
was awesome though. It was so,
So,
fun.
But we were there working away, and Amanda and who else was there in the first?
So my coworkers, it's the nurse Tyann and
Yeah.
Katie, who's
Yeah.
the other MA that works with me with Dr. Rigby.
She's the one with black hair?
Long, dark brown hair.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's so cute.
yeah, I love them both. They're both amazing.
So they came around and we were talking to them, and they were kind of like, you guys were kind of standoffish. It was pretty funny. Then we found out you were from Utah.
We're like,
You guys-
oh, Utah! Yay! And
was
then we're
pretty
best
funny.
friends, so it worked out.
Yep. And was Ron there?
No, it was just us three. He
You had-
sent us to
You had
just,
convinced him?
yeah, he sent us to learn all about keto. I mean, that was, I had already been eating keto at that point, but that was where I really got into the health benefits of
Yeah.
keto and really learned more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So awesome. The conventions are so fun.
it was
I love them
amazing.
so much.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a couple months later, you guys invited us to come up to your office.
Yes.
And we went into like the back room and brought you a bunch of samples and talked to Dr.
Yeah,
Rigby.
we're like
and-
pharmacists, or pharmaceutical reps.
Yeah, it was.
or
We were
something.
totally like
Like,
pharmaceutical
I've
reps.
never been invited into the back office of a doctor's
I
office
wasn't
before.
even wearing my like short skirt or anything. It was.
Yeah, and you
weird.
did all the talking, and I just sat there.
Oh, you did.
It's okay. I'm really good at that.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we went to we went to low carb Breckenridge last year, and
Yeah.
Dr. Rigby was there with his son. which was interesting.
His son is so cute.
But we went to we made sure that Dr. Rigby got invited to the party house.
Oh, nice.
And then he got
So
to
he
meet
could
a
meet
bunch of people, and it was really cool. And then up at Ogden Clinic, at the Ogden weight loss. Oh man, I'm murdering this.
You got it. Ogden weight loss medical clinic.
So there, it's one of the few places outside of the Keto Chow office where you can walk in and just buy Keto Chow. So we've been shipping it there for a while. I think my phone is on silent.
I just turned it on silent and it's still talking.
Yeah, well, Perry the platypus is still making a lot of
talking,
noise. Yeah,
Mr.
mine's
Phone.
totally on silent.
Good job, honey.
In case you guys haven't ever watched Phineas and Ferb, that show is hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It masquerades as a children's show. It's not. There's a joke about a sesquipedalian. There's an elaborate setup for a foie gras joke.
There's a aglet.
There is a whole song about aglets. Those are the things on the end of your
Shoe.
on your shoelace.
Shoelace.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't know that except there was a giant song. The entire episode was essentially about aglets. But anyway,
It was
okay.
really funny.
So
It
yeah,
was super geeky.
but then Amanda, you just started making recipes using Keto Chow. In
Yeah.
addition, well, you were making other recipes too, right?
Yeah, I just had an idea one day. I was like, strawberry pudding sounds really good, but I didn't want to use any like of the sugar-free pudding because it just
Yeah, it's
They
full of
have-
maltodextrin.
Maltodextrin,
yeah,
yeah.
it's full of just stuff that I didn't want to eat. So I was like, I wonder if Keto Chow would work. So played around with it a little bit, and it was delicious. And then I sent you guys pictures.
And I'm like,
and
can I
Miriam
post
was
that?
like-
Can I post that? Can I post that?
Then it was
Yes.
then it was like chocolate pudding and hold on, let's
Oh, the
see.
banana,
The
cream
banana cream
pie.
pie.
The banana cream pie.
So good.
Let's just go down memory lane and see what we can find of Amanda's recipes. I'm still going back in time, so
Gonna go back in time. I'm apparently singing a lot today.
It started with me
Okay.
making Taffy's cheesecake, though, the pumpkin spice cheesecake.
oh yeah,
And then I was like, wow, this is like
there it is. There's
Keto
Taffy's.
Chow is really amazing to bake with. Like it works really well in a lot of things. So I was like, I'm gonna try it here and there and see what I can
Yeah.
come up with.
Did you try making my super awesome recipe, which was putting your chocolate Keto Chow in the microwave?
I did. Me and Katie had the mint chocolate right after you
Oh, yeah?
sent it to me,
So
and
good.
yeah, it was really delicious.
Okay, so here we've got your banana cream pie. And then we've got your chicken pot pie.
So
Um,
good.
Let's see.
The chocolate pudding pie is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the Keto Chow toffee or vanilla chocolate
Yeah,
chip cookies.
we have been having those a lot. A lot of people like making those too.
Yeah.
They work really well with any Keto Chow, really,
Yeah.
And let's see. Bum, bum, bum.
except the chicken. I probably wouldn't use the
Chicken
chicken.
cookies. No,
Chicken
but the
cookies,
chicken
that
has
sounds-
been really fun. Like the crepes. I know Lindsay, my neighbor, she makes them all the time.
Yeah.
The
I
crepes.
have a lot of people at work
and
that
just
make them.
because
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's a tortilla and you're not getting any carbs, so that's really
Then you
nice.
got the eggnog marshmallows,
Yes, Holly wants to make those. She was dying today, wanting a marshmallow.
raspberry cheesecake breakfast scones.
I need to make those
Oh,
again.
yeah,
I wanted
I
to
think
try
we
them
made
with
those too.
orange.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like an orange roll.
Yeah, it's really good if you make like a icing and put it over the top of it. Oh, it's really delicious.
Then the banana bread.
Yep.
Then the
But quite a few
crepes.
people. Somebody the other day made muffin tops with that recipe, the
Okay.
banana bread recipe.
Oh yeah,
They looked so good.
nice.
Nice. Then the crepes, which we all know and love. The drop biscuits. The snickerdoodle cheesecake bars. Is that one yours? The snickerdoodle cookies?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that one was yours too. Nice. This is what happens when I'm not eating anything except for Keto Chow
Yeah.
for a couple months. Like just, let's see, let's see.
This is Taffy's.
Yeah, that's Taffy's.
So
That's
it's the
Taffy.
salted
It's
caramel.
the salted caramel. I was gonna say Dippin' Dots requires liquid nitrogen. No, that
Oh,
one
that
was
one
mine.
was you. That was you.
Do they have liquid nitrogen in the clinic?
We do.
Did you guys make
so you
Dippin'
have
Dots?
Haven't done
Dippin'
it
Dots.
yet. I
Oh my
really
gosh,
need to.
you
Maybe
guys
I'll-
should do
You
it.
know what? I have Keto Chow in the fridge at work right now. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Styrofoam cup or a styrofoam bowl. It works
Okay.
really well.
All right.
Most people
Drop
don't
it
have
in there.
access to liquid nitrogen. Number one, you have to get a dewar, which is a big giant container.
Or a
which you-
doctor's office.
Or you have to be working in a doctor's office, and then you have to go to a welding supply store and get a whole bunch of liquid nitrogen. But
Okay, and then how do you do it?
You just drop drops in.
Yeah, well, so
then
you
it
get
freezes in a ball.
one of those syringes that you use to give kids who don't want to take their medicine.
Okay.
You know, the mouth one, and you just drip, 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 drip.
And then it just turns into a little ball.
Cool.
And it's just cute little tiny balls.
So Dr. Rigby, if you're listening,
Tomorrow, work, team building activity.
she's on to it.
By the way, Emily loves your hair,
Oh,
It's,
Mike,
it's
thank
adorable.
you.
I love it too.
and Emily also loves Phineas and Ferb.
That's because she's smart.
It is true.
Phineas
And
and Ferb
Richard
is so
thinks
funny.
everything sounds good to Chris. It's true, but not so much as brisket sounds good to Chris.
Except for the sushi that Amanda just brought me. Okay, tell me what that place is called.
It's Golden Ginger Bistro, and
Golden
it's in
Ginger Bistro
West Point.
in West Point,
Utah.
Utah. Has keto sushi, but it's made with cucumbers, and Chris doesn't like cucumbers. So even when he's not eating keto chow, he will not eat it. In fact, if I sit by him and eat it, he'll be like, "Bleh."
Yep, it tries.
But I love cucumbers. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it.
It's really good.
So, thank
Okay.
you, that place that I already forgot what it was called.
All right. So, Amanda, let's talk about what it is that you. Well, okay. So you're just about to leave Ogden Weight Loss
Yeah.
Clinic, right?
Yep.
You got
I
how many
have
days left?
2 days left.
Oh,
I know.
that's so sad.
And today is my 12-year anniversary.
Oh man.
It
Hey, you made
with my
it. That's
clinic.
cool though.
Yeah.
Feels good to hit a milestone.
Oh, that's
before
right.
you
We were
leave.
going to have you on here.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so now, what is it that you do up there, or did, or still are doing for 2
For
days?
2 days.
So I am a medical assistant for Dr. Rigby, so I just help get the patients back. We weigh them on a bioimpedance scale that tells their fat mass, their fat-free mass, their skeletal muscle, their visceral fat, which is the fat around the organs, and take their other vitals like their blood pressure and stuff, and just see how they're doing for the month. We see our patients monthly to see how they're doing on their weight loss or altogether journey. It's not all about weight loss, it's about
Yeah.
health also. So
For sure. Yeah.
Well, because a lot of times people won't be losing weight so much, but they'll be curing themselves of so many
Right.
diseases. So that's a huge thing. Do you guys only use a ketogenic diet approach, or do you use
No,
other stuff as well?
we use other things. I mean, the ketogenic diet is amazing and it works for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for everybody. So we recommend the Mediterranean diet or paleo diet or, different things like that. It just depends on the patient's needs.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Mostly the keto diet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, mainly. We approach the insulin resistant aspect about things. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And
Yeah.
so, do you ever do you work with the patients like figuring out what they need to eat, or are you just mostly getting them ready so that Dr. Rigby can talk
So
to them?
for a while, I was actually seeing patients
Oh, really?
for nutrition visits. Like I was helping them. They would bring me a log of what they were eating, and I would go over it with them and say, you know what, this has 8 grams of carbs in it, and
Yeah.
kind of go over things. But then we changed our schedule a little bit, and they needed me more hands-on to place patients, and we're scribing now in the room, so we're documenting what is being said in the clinic.
Oh, wow.
In with Dr. Rigby. So I haven't been doing the nutrition visits for the last few months, but
Okay.
I loved it. It was fun. It was way fun.
That's really cool.
Now, do you have a lot of the patients there at the clinic who follow you on Instagram and
Oh
stuff?
yeah.
Or?
Yep. When I started doing the nutrition visits, they actually made me a card that has my Instagram handle on it. So
Follow me.
yeah.
So that's why you have Amanda Eats Keto, right?
No, actually, I started eating clean probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I did paleo for a while. I've done a couple Whole30s. And then when I started working directly under Dr. Rigby, I was like, I guess I'll give this low carb thing a try. And I'm hooked now. I eat keto. I've been eating keto ever since. And then after KetoCon, I think, is when I decided to change my handle to Amanda Eats Keto. It was Amanda Eats Clean.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
changed it to keto. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you've been doing keto for quite a while.
2 years. Over
Okay.
2 years. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Have you personally had any health benefits from it?
Yes, absolutely. So I sleep better.
Okay.
My energy levels are completely different. Like before, I would go home and I would just want to sleep. When like my husband would be like, "Hey, let's watch a movie," I'd be like, "Okay," and then like 2 minutes later, I'm out. you know, and that's just not the way that I am anymore. It's almost like I fall asleep at a certain time and I wake up at a certain time every single day. And that to me is amazing, to not be tired all the time at work and, you know, have the energy to do things during the day when I get off work. So.
Okay.
That's nice.
And it's so funny, your daughter is right in between you guys' shoulders.
Hey, kiddo. Are they playing boy games down there? Yeah. Are they watching a boy movie?
So Deanne says that's how practices handle electronic health records now. MA becomes a scribe. And Emily says it's so awesome that you help so many people. Amanda?
Yeah, you're so awesome.
You're moving.
I am.
So
Yes.
where are you going?
We are moving to Kansas.
Okay.
It's nice in Kansas.
Yeah. So this is actually, my husband's in the Air Force, and this is the first time we've ever had to move, so I consider myself lucky. I grew up in Syracuse, so never had to leave Utah, but it's going to be hard. I think one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is quit my job, just because you see so many benefits from helping people, and it's not like regular clinic practice where you're just seeing acute illnesses and, you know, here's a medication, see you later. It's like you're seeing these patients monthly and you're following them on their journey, and it's just amazing to see them come back and they're healthy and they're happy, and you're like, I helped in that process. And yeah, it's just super rewarding, and it's gonna be really hard to leave it.
Yeah.
Well, you're an important part of their life, I think, too. So
I'm actually kind of now. You're not going to be taking up a job as a nurse in Kansas, right?
No, not.
Okay.
I don't have a plan to work right now. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing.
So I think it'd be interesting to see how much continuing social media stuff plays into all that.
Yeah.
If you still have a huge following, and because every time you post a recipe that has Keto Chow in it, it's like, holy cow, people are freaking out, and our Instagram is like blowing up. So I suspect it'll probably continue.
I don't feel like I have a huge following, but I guess it's growing. I get new followers all the time. So.
Can you get up there?
Now, Richard says Kansas bound. It's really flat, but hey, come to Kansas City for good barbecue. Just eat it without sauce and you're good.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yep. Say hi to
Can you say
everybody.
hi? Everybody's
See
watching.
yourself? See yourself right there?
Yeah, see?
Everybody's
Right there.
watching you. In fact, your daddy might even be watching
Oh.
Say hi,
if
Daddy.
he's not asleep.
Say hi. Say hi, Dad.
Okay. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, yes.
Your daddy's not
No,
watching.
about Kansas City.
Oh, yes, they like the sauce on the barbecue.
Holy cow.
But you can eat it without sauce, and it's good.
That's the one thing that
Everybody's really nice in Kansas City.
Yeah, they were very nice.
Yeah.
But seriously, you guys are wrong about the barbecue sauce. That's all I can say. Texas has it right. Really, barbecue doesn't need sauce, especially if you're doing keto. You can't have the sauce.
With that, yes. If it's good barbecue, it does not need sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's asking.
Yeah. SB McCaleb said, Amanda, you've had a lot of experience with paleo, Mediterranean, Whole30, and keto. You mentioned some benefits such as sleep and energy while in ketosis, but do you see these same benefits from the other diets? What's so special about keto?
That's a good question. I don't really think that I did see a lot of benefits from the other diets. Not for me.
Not even Whole30?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Whole30 is great because you're cutting out everything, so you kind of find different foods that you're sensitive to.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So. But what I remember, I don't really feel like I didn't feel the energy. I don't think.
Rachel felt.
Just say Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Rachel says you can't stop Instagram.
No. No, Instagram's still going to be a huge part of my life. So.
Well, she says you're such an inspiration with all your amazing recipes.
Oh, thank
Keep
you.
going. And Emily agrees about the barbecue sauce as well. So let's see. Oh, I had a question. So you were talking about Whole30 and about that sort of stuff. Miriam did Whole30 for a while.
I did.
Yep. But I was doing.
And then I crossed over.
Yeah, I was doing keto at the time, and
I got tired of making 3 meals. One
that
with
too.
cheese, one without cheese, and one for the kids. This is
true.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, Oh, so that brings up an interesting point. Do you have any of your family that's gone keto as well?
Like my immediate family?
Yep.
Okay,
They're usually
so-
the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Now, Ken Berry, you know Ken Berry?
Yep.
So he talks about powdered butt syndrome. He says that the people who powdered your butt are the last
Will
ones.
never
who-
listen
they,
to you.
They will never take you
because they
serious.
powdered your butt.
Anyway,
So my husband is actually super funny about carbs. At least
Okay.
he was before he left to Turkey, and then he started getting into trying to lose weight, and he started basically the keto diet when he went to Turkey, and he lost 18 pounds, and he's like, all
Oh.
right, there might be something to
Uh-huh.
this. And so he's been doing it off and on a little bit. My son is one of the pickiest eaters ever, and he will probably never eat keto. But Alina would if I made her. My daughter is climbing on my lap right now. My parents, they are curious about it, and I've talked to them about it, but I don't know as if they'd ever do it. But they eat fairly healthy,
oh, okay.
more of like not a standard American diet, more of a healthy American diet.
Oh.
Like
It's more kind of like Mediterranean style.
probably a little more like that.
Now, are we talking about the Mediterranean diet during Lent in Sicily, or are we talking about the actual Mediterranean diet that they really eat?
Just more like clean eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Debbie wanted to know what your Instagram handle was. So,
yeah.
Amanda eats keto.
yep,
Hi, Debbie.
that's right. And you have now this is on a completely different subject, but Amanda has a discount code for Keto Chow that you can use. Remember what that is?
Yes, it is Amanda eats keto _chow.
There you go. So we hooked her up with that not too long ago. Well, and so before we all started, we were talking about that they're actually running low on the samples up there at the Ogden Clinic, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And you were saying that people are like, what is this Keto Chow stuff? So what were you saying? You remember that?
So yeah, we have the keto chow on display, and people ask what it is. And also, when I post recipes, they're like, "Well, what is keto chow that you're using in place of this flour?"
It's dog food. No.
I basically just tell them it's a meal replacement. You just have to add fat to it,
Yeah.
and then we tell them how to mix it. So
Okay. Cool beans.
yes.
So somebody else was asking just a minute ago where you could find the recipes that's not on Instagram. So you can find them on our website, ketochow.xyz. Is it /recipes?
Yeah. So I actually posted the link earlier. I
Okay,
will
yeah,
post
we'll-
it again.
We can post it again.
Hi, Betty. Betty actually, I send her recipes and she tests them for me
Nice.
really?
before I send them to you.
Thanks, Betty.
She's absolutely
Nope.
amazing.
Oh no, we were just talking loud.
Unless your name is Betty.
Betty.
Not
is,
Betty?
Is your name Betty? No.
No. Is your name Elsa? You've got a blonde braid.
My name is Elsa. Just kidding, I made that up.
Did you see Wreck-It Ralph 2 yet?
No.
Oh,
There's-
yeah, I
There
haven't
is
seen
a
it either.
trailer for
The new Frozen.
the new
My
Frozen.
name
movie.
is Rena.
Oh,
Okay.
Alina.
it's
Alina.
almost Elsa. It's kind of similar.
Close.
Okay. So let's see. What question did you have, Miriam? Okay.
I probably said it out loud.
Well, we've got a bunch of questions that people have asked us. Unless, Amanda, do you have anything that you wanted to talk about before? Because we're going to ask you to answer some of these questions
Oh,
that people
yay.
asked. Okay? So, well, here you go. Actually, this question came up at our office today based on a post that you did.
Okay.
So somebody said, well, Stephanie wants to know, can you use almond milk instead of heavy cream for Keto Chow?
Absolutely, you can.
Now, why would you do that?
For more flavor. So I didn't use heavy whipping cream in mine. I used MCT oil in it,
Okay.
just so I can cut the dairy a little bit more. So that's why I usually do it. And I had some chocolate blue almond. It's new. They don't have any
Oh.
sweetener added into it.
Which is
Really?
perfect.
So
It was
unsweetened.
unsweetened chocolate
Chocolate.
almond milk, and it was expired, and I needed to use it up. So
Okay.
I used it to make my Keto Chow shakes.
So you had posted about that, and I looked the last time I was at the store. Could not
course
find
there's
any
no-
of it.
Yeah.
Smith's.
But
Smith's.
I did.
Yep.
I still need to go to Smith's to get that 2 yogurt.
Oh,
What's it
yes.
called?
Too good.
Too
Too
good
good yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
The last time we were at the store and we needed marinara sauce.
Oh yeah, is this one you suggested?
Yes.
It is.
This is one that Amanda suggested.
We got
Yes.
that at the store.
It's a few dollars cheaper than Rayo's.
It's half the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends where you get
It's
it.
like,
yeah.
so, Rayo's?
Rouse.
I always call it Rouse.
How do you say
However
it?
you
That
say it.
R one that we normally get,
R-A-O sauce.
it was like $6.50. And this was like $3.50.
Yeah.
So
And how
this
many
was at
carbs are
Walmart.
in there, honey?
So Rayo's has 4, and this one has 5.
But it has 1 gram of fiber.
Yeah, well the other
Is
one
it
has
for a
1 gram.
half a cup also?
Half cup, yeah.
half cup.
And Rouse had it
It's
had
3 ounces?
5, I think it was, servings in it. And this one has
has
6.
So it has more servings.
It has a little bit more in it. So,
So
win. Thank you.
Used that.
You're welcome.
What did we make? We made
We made a lasagna.
Yeah.
That smelled fantastic because not like I.
It tasted fantastic too, with my Amanda Eats Keto savory rolls. I mean
Yes.
biscuits.
and
Poor
one of our
Grace.
daughters,
And the sauce.
she ate like
Oh
4
my goodness! I don't
pieces
think she ate.
of the lasagna.
Yeah,
It might
It
be the
just
only thing she ate the
goes.
whole day.
like the kids just devour it.
Yep.
So good.
Okay, so now when you mix it with the almond milk, it doesn't have quite as many calories. So you're not using that like to completely replace
A meal.
a meal.
I mean, it's just a quick breakfast that I grab and
Okay.
go. I usually eat a snack around 10 or 11
Yeah.
if I
Has
get
some fat
hungry.
in it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, today I didn't even eat my shake. I was so hungry by lunch.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I drank a little bit. We were just so busy at the clinic that I didn't have time to drink it, but yeah.
Okay. That brings up an interesting question. Do you do much time-restricted feeding, also known as intermittent fasting?
So it's weird, but when I work, I get hungrier.
Really?
I think it's just because I'm thinking more about it. Or like it's a routine or habit
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So when I work, I eat 3 meals and usually 2 snacks. I eat a snack at 10 or 11 and a snack at 3.
Okay.
And I just always get hungry at those times. Always. It's so weird. Or I think I get hungry. I don't know.
Or it's a habit. Yeah.
And then on the weekends, I usually eat 2 meals.
Okay.
I usually eat around noon or 1 and then dinner. So, and I don't snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Huh.
That's just the
Weekends are
way that
different.
I've been. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because some people, I don't know if you know who Dave Feldman is. Okay. He, for instance, can't fast. He tried, and he said he had this overwhelming feeling of doom. So,
Foreboding.
yeah, so some people can do it, some people can't, and it's really interesting how different we all are.
Bio-individuality.
Yes, we are little
So
snowflakes.
who was it that posted today? Jimmy Moore posted a picture of the. Oh, now I can't remember. Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh, with twins,
and
and Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito, and
Yeah.
he said everybody's different. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Amanda
Even
is tiny and
twins.
I'm a giant, but that's okay because that's what we are.
Okay, now Paula wants to know. Well, it says that she loves Amanda's recipes. with
Yeah,
Keto Chow.
Thank
because she's
you.
smart.
And Emily wants to know, Amanda, do you have a personal favorite recipe? Keto Chow or not?
My favorite Keto Chow recipe is the Snickerdoodle cheesecake bars for sure.
Oh,
Those
wow.
are
Those are
really
pretty
good.
recently
Yeah.
posted.
Yeah,
huh?
they are so good. So good.
I haven't even had a chance to make those yet.
Of course, you can make them tomorrow,
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
and
You
I'll
want me
eat
to,
them.
Want me to smoke a brisket while I'm at it?
Yes, that would be lovely.
Okay, now what's your favorite recipe that isn't Keto Chow?
Recipe would probably be chicken enchiladas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mom. I just love chicken enchiladas.
Does she like chicken enchiladas?
She does like my chicken enchiladas, don't you?
Because you're smart.
But if we're not talking about recipe, I just like ribeye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
It's your favorite meal, huh?
My favorite meal is ribeye. Yes, I'm a happy girl with that.
So Saturday, I went to Sam's Club and they had ribeye on clearance, prime ribeye. It was like $12 a pound, which is better than normal. Anyway, I vacuum sealed it so Mary can have a bunch.
Awesome.
It's in the freezer now.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited about
Iron
that.
levels up.
Yeah, that's right.
Always. Always
Okay.
need to work on that.
Let's see. What is the brand of sauce in my hand?
Oh, it's called
Mezzetta. And there was another one that you recommended. I can't remember what it was.
It's actually Classico.
Yeah, I found that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
and
Has to be roasted garlic.
I found the roasted garlic, and it was still like 7 grams.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't
I
looking
think
at the
they
fiber.
use a different tomato in
Okay.
it, but there isn't any added sugar in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
All right. By the way,
You could
this
link to that sauce. Can you
Probably
get
could.
it somewhere?
there's this guy named Rohn Rigby who says, Amanda, I think your boss stresses you out.
You know who that is, huh?
I don't think so.
And
I do know what his kid.
You know
what
his
his kid's name is?
What are his kids' names?
No, you don't.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Is one of these yours?
Yeah, both of them are ours.
Okay, can we hook her to
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We're putting her
Hold on. I'm not going to tell everyone.
Yeah.
our Wi-Fi
no,
password.
let's not.
I will. It's just kidding.
This is so much fun.
I love the pink one. I think it's cute. I need that one. Pink is like my
Join.
favorite.
Kobe
Okay.
is the green one.
Kobe's the
the
green
green
one.
Kobe's
Okay.
is green. Casey's
It's,
red.
it's on the Wi-Fi now.
That's all we had to do.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We have several Wi-Fi networks.
Yeah,
just so
we're
you know.
computer people. I mean, Chris is a computer person. I just come
I
along for
noticed.
the ride.
I
Yeah.
noticed.
Well, it's what I used to do. Lori says that she uses your crepe recipe for chicken enchiladas.
Yeah, so do I. Now that
Oh,
I
yeah?
have it. Yeah.
So what did you used to do before then?
I would use low carb tortillas. That's why I hadn't made them in a while. Or I just make an enchilada bake and don't use anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
just eat it
there you
with a
go.
fork.
Just
We have
throwing
chicken-
all the sauce and
chicken
The
the
sauce,
everything.
the
and
chicken,
casserole
olives,
that we like.
cheese. Yeah.
Lots
That
of
works.
cheese.
Pizza in a bowl.
Basically, enchilada in a bowl.
Okay. Okay. So we're back to another one of our preset things. Katie asked on the Keto Chow Facebook support group, can someone explain Keto Chow to me? What is it? How do you do it? And the benefits. So, go.
She already explained what keto chow is.
Yeah.
We're going to
it's
do
a
it again.
Meal replacement.
Meal
Okay.
replacement.
You just have to add the fat.
It's delicious.
Okay.
Amazing.
You drink it
What
for
are
a
the
meal.
benefits?
Benefits is it's convenient
Okay.
and it has all your vitamins and nutrition in it that you need.
Okay. Including methylated B vitamins.
Yeah.
I had to explain that to somebody the other day. They're like, what? Anyway, okay. So this is based on a post. I'm not going to have her explain this, but this is based on a post on the Keto Chow Facebook support group. If you have pets and you find a recipe that calls for xylitol, don't buy xylitol. Okay? Really easy.
I can help you.
Yeah, Miriam can do it. So, yeah, don't buy xylitol if you have pets. If you don't have pets, you could get xylitol, but there are actually better alternatives. Carrie Brown will tell you that xylitol is by far the best thing to use
For ice cream.
for ice cream. It freezes better.
We should make Carrie Brown's ice cream into Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, that would probably work out really well. But for everything else, I would actually recommend, if it calls for xylitol and they don't have a specific reason for needing xylitol, use erythritol instead. The reason for that is that erythritol has less of a glycemic reaction. When you have xylitol, especially if you really want to get into it, Keto connected a video where they tested different sweeteners and saw what it did to their blood glucose. And xylitol was a lot better than maltitol and some of the other ones, but
I don't think it
erythritol,
was better than maltitol.
it was better than maltitol. Maltitol
I'm sorry, I was thinking
had
worse.
it was like
Yeah,
53%,
maltitol, everything's better than maltitol.
the same as sugar. Xylitol was like 12 or 15%.
I was thinking backwards.
Oh, yeah,
excuse
sorry.
me.
So use erythritol instead if you have pets. If you don't have pets, it's probably not that big of a deal, except for the fact that it might spike your blood glucose. Okay, so moving on.
I don't know if we use xylitol very often.
We don't. We have some in bags in the cupboard, and I think it's been there for like 3
We
years.
don't cook all that often.
Well, we just use erythritol. So we buy the granulated stuff.
Or Swerve, which is
Well,
erythritol.
Swerve is erythritol with,
Oligosaccharides.
yes. But if something calls for like powdered Swerve,
Yeah.
and I don't have any more, and I've
You
got the
just
big
use the
giant
granular.
5-pound bag of
Yeah.
erythritol, there's a coffee
Oh, the
grinder.
Anthony's is what we
Yep,
use
and you
most of the
throw it
time.
in the coffee grinder, and it's powdered immediately.
That's what I do too.
Because I made the mistake a couple times of trying to make whipped cream with granulated erythritol.
Yeah, that doesn't work
It's
out.
really great.
It's like crunchy, crunchy, crunchy.
The thing I make the most out of Keto Chow is waffles. You guys probably already know that.
Yep.
Because it's easy and fast, and then I can put whipped cream on top. And I use a snickerdoodle, and it kind of reminds me of a cinnamon roll. Add some more cinnamon. It just makes me
I
feel
totally
good.
tried to. You want to get that, or you want me to?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you need me to move?
So,
You're okay.
oh, you'll be able to see it. So Dan says, off topic, but I'd like to know if you use extracts in your shakes and/or recipes. Almost never find any with nutritional info, but they can enhance the shakes tremendously. Do any of you know if they are or aren't keto friendly? Now, Amanda is the one who got us first talking about OOO flavors, right?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
Well, because didn't you do a cornbread recipe or something like that?
I didn't do a recipe. I just made it, and
Oh,
it was
okay.
like you guys had just gotten home from a conference or something where
Yeah.
you had heard about the flavors, and so we were on a live just talking about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So now the OOO flavors, those basically is just flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
as far as I know.
yes, it might have some
The
like
oil?
glycerin or glycerol or something
Pull
like
it
that.
out and look at it. Hey,
But
there's
you're not.
me.
Hey, there you are. But you're not really adding very much of it, right?
No.
So
You're adding like 2 or 3 drops.
yeah. So do you use the OOO flavors in any of your stuff?
Here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when I didn't have your banana keto chow, I used vanilla
Oh,
and
that's
used
The
the
flavors.
OOO flavor banana.
Yeah, we fixed
And
that.
then, yeah, and then I got some banana. And the crust actually calls for their graham cracker flavor. You don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
use it, but it definitely enhances
really
the
changes
flavor.
it, yeah.
It really
we
makes
still
it
need to
taste-
buy that.
What, the graham cracker one?
Yeah.
You still haven't used the cornbread one.
I know, I have to make cornbread.
I've been using the like the apple and the key lime in my vanilla keto chow.
Nice.
But and to the best of my knowledge, to answer Jan's question, I don't think it changes the nutrition at all.
With my
So, okay. Oh, and Paula says methylated bees are the reason she started on keto chow.
Woo! And it helps, Paula? You notice a difference? That's awesome.
Yep. Richard said xylitol almost killed his friend's dog
Oh, sad.
because they ate a loaf of banana bread added in it.
Oh, bummer.
So, Linda made Carrie
Linda's
Brown's coffee and chocolate ice cream tonight.
Oh, no pets here. So it looks like they can have xylitol ice cream.
Yeah, and maltitol is the worst. It's
It is the
sugar.
worst. Yep.
When you go to the store and you find the sugar-free candy, you're lying to yourself if you think that that's keto, because it's not. But SB McCaleb says, "Oh,
But I
cornbread
think
is favorite
everybody
flavor."
has learning times.
It's
And
true.
So you think you can eat the Russell Stofers because you think it's good.
It
then you
says
realize
it's
that you
sugar-free.
can't, and that's okay.
Yeah, and different people
So-
have different tolerances.
And I
Like,
think
I can't eat Chuck Zero.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's,
yeah, that's
right.
right.
Yeah, it raises my blood sugar like third. I decided to test it one day because somebody had told me that it does
Yeah, one
that.
of your patients, right?
No, my one of the nurse practitioners,
Oh,
John
okay.
John Wilson. He was like, "Hey, that raises my blood sugar 30 points. I can't eat it." And so
You're
I was
like,
like, "Well, I
"What?"
want to see if it does that to me." And sure enough, 30 points up.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
that is
So,
crazy.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I know some people that check it and it's just fine. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once again, we're just all special little snowflakes, aren't we?
Yeah.
So if you really want to know, get a glucometer, test it out, or sucker your doctor into prescribing a continuous glucose monitor.
Yeah. Doctors are really nice. They'll do stuff
They are
like
very
that.
nice.
Can you put the link for the OOO flavorings?
Yes, I can. Let's see.
Wait. I don't cook very much. Most of the time, I just like to eat what Chris makes.
You think so?
It was funny because I thought I was a good mother, and then the kids said that Daddy only cooks, and I'm like, I cook.
No.
I cook all the time. No, only Daddy cooks.
No. If there's nothing being cooked,
Baloney.
this is a workout.
Yeah.
It's a we work together. But yeah, if nothing's being cooked, it's like, okay, I'll make something. So Amanda came to our keto meetup the other day, and we were
I don't
talking
cook for
back and
that.
forth, the fact that her husband is deployed. And so last year, my wife went on the low-carb cruise
I was deployed. I'm just
without me. Well, I sent her on
I
the
was
cruise. I said,
vacationing.
you should go, and so she went with Holly.
It was so
and-
fun.
And she was gone for a week, and it was hard. Being a single parent for a week was really hard. And Amanda, you do that all the time. So mad props. I have great
Thanks.
respect for you.
Yes.
I don't.
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm used to it. So he's coming home in 2 weeks, and I'm not
What
going to
do
know
I
what to
do?
do with myself.
Get out of my kitchen. Okay, but it'll be in Kansas City, so
Yeah,
you won't be
everything's
used
going to
it.
be different.
Everything's going to be different.
Yeah.
A whole new life.
Okay,
People are nice there, though.
it's true.
I know. I keep saying
Let's
the
see.
same thing.
Oh, and Paula says, thanks, Chris and Miriam, for introducing us all to Slim Fast Fat Bombs. She tried them, and she likes them. And they've been sold out for 5 weeks at her Walmart. Have you tried those
Oh.
before?
I have.
Okay.
They are delicious.
Clear them off the shelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had one left at my Walmart the other day, and I was making all the Keto Chow sweets
Oh, yeah.
for 2 or 3 months, and so I've been eating a lot of sweets, and so I
don't
decided
need any more sweets.
I decided like a couple weeks ago that I would stop the sweets, so I had to like stop myself from grabbing that last box off the shelf, and I was like, I don't need it. It's okay. Somebody else can have you.
Well, and I think it's funny that so every time I've gone past the aisle that has the Slim Fast, the fat bombs are usually gone.
Yeah, they're the only things that are ever gone. Like the bars are always there at my Walmart.
Yeah.
But
And the shake,
peanut
and
butter-
the pea strips, and the MCT oil, and the non-keto keto creamer, because it's not keto. Anyway, but yeah, no fat bombs.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Oh, and Deanne, Amanda says, Amanda, thank you and your daughter for your service.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Okay, so next question. Oh,
A kid.
there's one of our kids. It's Kate. Hi, Kate.
Say hello.
So,
Right here.
someone wants to know, what do you do if Keto Chow is way too filling? So,
Eat less fat.
no, that's what say. Okay, so that's one thing. If you're trying to drink Keto Chow and you're drinking it, you're like, I can't get through it. Because somebody posted on our Keto Chow Facebook support group. They're like, so it tasted really good, but it took me like 4 hours to drink because I was so full. So Amanda, what would you say?
So I put the rest of mine in the fridge today because I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I just don't finish it, and I save it for the next day. It keeps well for a week
Okay.
or more. So
Yeah.
I just don't finish it.
Okay. So and that's if you now one thing that Miriam suggested was just add less fat.
Add less fat. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Or make it with almond milk. Chocolate almond milk. Be
Yeah,
good.
there you go. That was
Yeah.
Amanda's idea. So
I leave mine in the fridge half empty because I'll make it hot and then leave it half in and then forget that I was eating it, which I think that's good because then if I'm full enough not to feel hungry, that's good,
yep.
right?
Okay, so Deanne, who just thanked you guys, at least I think it's the same one.
It could be.
She adds True Orange,
Oh,
to her orange cream keto
yeah.
chow. And Anna
And then it'd be
uses
even
True
more
Lemon
orange.
and vanilla. Isn't it
I've
interesting?
thought about doing different lemon
We don't have any of the True Orange. We just have.
We have lemon and lime.
Miriam bought this case.
of both of them.
I never even tried it.
You have to take some home.
Yeah, we have a lot of it.
It's like dried lemon or
Yeah,
lime
it's-
or whatever.
It's pretty funny stuff. I don't think
It
it has
doesn't have any
any.
sweetener or anything in it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love lemon in my water.
We
so-
got a trailer, and so I was researching all decorating trailers and stuff, and I got on this Pinterest, of course, website that said, I keep True Lemon in a cute little thing with salt and pepper on the table. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to keep that on my table. But then I bought some anyway, and now I love it.
Now you have it.
Yeah.
Well, so there's some in your purse too, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I keep it in my purse all the time with my salt.
All right. So another person asked about MCT oil and MCT oil powder. Amanda, do you have any experience with MCT oil?
I do, but not a whole lot. I've just used one brand before.
Okay.
But I haven't used powder a lot, but if I had to choose right now, I'd choose the powder just because the oil is messy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
My bottle is like a mess.
It always gets spilled on the outside, and then you just have oil on the
Yeah.
outside.
MCT
I
oil
noticed
is
that.
weird
That's
stuff.
funny
Yeah.
that way.
It's like no matter what you do, it gets all over the place.
And do not put it in a foam cup. I know from experience it does not end well.
No, it does not. In fact, you probably wouldn't want to put Keto Chow that has MCT oil in a foam cup either.
Let's try it. Experiment.
It melts it.
Yeah.
It absolutely
MCT will
melts
melt.
it.
So
a
why
foam cup.
would you eat that in your body if it melts a foam cup?
Because your body
your
is
body's
perfectly
not a
capable.
foam cup?
Your body's not a foam cup. It's perfectly capable of absorbing the oil. So, well, it's capable of doing it up to a point. How about that?
Yeah.
Too much MCT oil causes the medical condition known as disaster pants. So, now interesting
It's
thing
not a
about
medical condition.
it
It's
is
a
medical
regular condition.
Yes. Now, interesting thing about MCT oil powder. When you take a fat and you powder it, you have to dry it on something. To the best of my knowledge, the three most common things that it's dried on are either maltodextrin,
Dextrose.
or dextrose, which is starch, well, dextrose is actually glucose, in case you want to know.
Well, that's one of the things that's dried on.
Maltodextrin, dextrose. And maltodextrin is just dextrose or glucose that's been put into a chain. It's a starch. The second most common thing is acacia gum, which actually is legit if you're going to be doing keto. Don't ever get MCT oil that's dried on maltodextrin. Acacia gum, and I guess in there as well is soluble corn fiber, but you have to be careful with that because some soluble corn fiber will spike your blood glucose like crazy.
And I wonder if that's why the Chalk Zero spikes my.
Does
Do
that
they have
corn
soluble
fiber?
corn fiber?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times when you are reading ingredients like on stuff, it'll say soluble corn fiber because soluble corn fiber is slightly sweet, and so they use it as a sweetener. So, but the last thing that it's usually powdered on is casein, it'll usually say sodium caseinate. I don't know why they say that, but it's
Sounds cooler.
it's the protein that is in cheese that you also find in milk protein, which is what we use in Keto Chow. So you can dry it on that, but you have to be very careful with powdered oils. They are a lot more convenient, but you just have to be very cautious because you could easily just blow away your entire carb. What is it called? The thing budget. Your carb budget for the whole day.
Your carb budget, not your money
Yep.
budget.
That's right. Now, and MCT oil isn't a requirement for doing keto. It's just cool. If you're adding oil to if you're adding fat to your diet anyway, it's nice because it raises your ketones. It doesn't make you lose weight faster, but it does give you more energy. Right?
The dishwasher?
Yes.
That is the dishwasher. From what I've
Sometimes
read,
I
it
forget.
means that we need to contact the warranty people and have them
Tell
check
them to
the.
make it stop squeaking.
It actually might be the pump. They are having so much
My
fun.
children.
Well, my children went down there and started making her children laugh, which I guess is better than crying.
It's true. And happy children is good things. You know, they're not ruining anything.
Hey, Ruth! Ruth!
Okay. Well, and the last
making
question that we had pre-prepared from this last week was Beth wanted to know. She went in Carb Manager and scanned Keto Chow, and it came up as 4 net carbs, and she was kind of freaking out. And now the issue with Carb Manager, and it's the same problem that you run into with MyFitnessPal, is that it accepts user-contributed data. Now that's a good thing in that it makes the database bigger, but it can be a bad thing in that some people add junk.
Jonka.
So in this case, what she was scanning was someone had put in Keto Chow plus heavy cream of a specific amount. And so when she scanned it, it came up with that. And she's like, why is it coming up with 4 net carbs with 3.5 grams of sugar? Because it just didn't make any sense. And that's what it is if you put 4 ounces of heavy cream in Keto Chow.
Okay, have fun
So
with that.
do you use a tracking app at all?
I used to.
Okay.
And I do if I get super strict and I start gaining weight and I'm
Okay.
trying to lose weight again, then I'll track, but
Yeah.
no, not really anymore.
When you're plateaued or something like that too? Or?
I mean, I haven't really been keeping track of my weight just because I'm at a maintain weight.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
not really
Okay.
now.
Someday
I
I'm
used
gonna
to.
get to a
I
maintained
used
weight.
to.
Okay. Well, so we've got more stuff, but that was actually from last week, so I'm not going to worry about. Oh, somebody did want to know how do you store your Keto Chow?
Oh yeah, do you just keep it in the bags?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we do too.
That's what we do too. But this one lady was complaining that every time she opens it up, there's like this poof of powder. And Sarah D. Young,
She has flying Keto Chow.
Sarah D. Young actually posted a bunch of containers that she had gotten from, I think, the Container Store.
Yeah.
And I think it's Beverly. I think it might be her or someone else had a bunch of containers that they had used. They would open it up and just
And then
dump them
dump
in,
it in.
and then close it off. And then
Yeah.
they said it was easier to scoop out of.
You okay?
Okay. Somebody said,
She's so cute.
any update on the secret product?
No. Sorry,
No.
they're asking you.
There is still not an update. We still don't know if the machine that was packaging them is even going to be usable still. It might be going back to the manufacturer, and they might be getting
We'll
a new
see.
one. I'm being cagey. The problem with the secret product is every time somebody posts a review about it, I have to remove the review because we're still trying to keep it under wraps.
Sad.
Anyway.
Oh, Laura said it was Beverly who showed her containers. of
Oh, was it?
awesomeness.
Nice. Paula says, add true lemon and lime to your electrolyte drops and a teaspoon of erythritol for a Gatorade-style drink.
Nice.
There you go.
I do lemon and lime and fasting drops and mag drops. I usually just do electrolyte drops, mag drops, and lemon and lime
Okay.
for every morning when I get up.
Okay, so this did come up today at
Oh,
the
okay.
clinic. The
Uh-huh.
mag drops.
Yes.
What's the sweet spot? Because people are tasting them.
And they taste bad.
They taste real bad.
You just need to have take less.
Just
and
less,
do more
okay.
more often throughout the day
Uh-huh.
instead of just all at one time.
Okay.
So I'll do it at night and in the morning, and I still don't use a half a cap. I'll use a lot less than half a cap because I noticed that if I don't get headaches or leg cramps, then that's working for me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, just use less and just do it more often throughout the day.
Keeps
So.
my kids from drinking my water at night.
Yeah, there
Be
you
like,
go.
Sorry, you don't like the taste? Too bad.
Well, and if you, so different people handle different sweeteners. Some people can't do them, some people can. But if you add flavoring or stuff like that,
Yeah.
like some of the squeezable things, what are they called? The
Oh,
squeezy
the
things.
Mio drops
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
Mio.
Crystal Light has them.
Crystal
Yeah.
Light. And
But that's a really good way to mask the flavor
Yeah.
as well.
we do. I got some Everly, the little Everly drink mix, and I do that sometimes if I don't want a sour flavor. So it just depends on, what I feel like.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
Beverly posted her
on our
containers.
website. There you go. And
it-
she's got a cute label maker. That's the same label maker we have. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the same labels looking that we have. Beverly's so awesome.
Yeah, she is. Let's see. What else we're gonna? Oh, and by the way, Amanda was the first person to say something to the effect that she was going to use the fasting drops and put them in her eye. You remember
Yeah,
that?
because I had them at work, and
And they look like a
I have
dropper.
eye drops at work, and they were both in the same drawer. And I went to grab one, and I saw the other one, and I was like, "That could be
No,
really
that
bad."
could be really
So then I
dangerous.
moved them because I was like, "We are
Yeah.
not going to be doing
I
that."
wouldn't recommend putting them in your eye.
Yeah.
Yes. Betty wants to know if you've ever used inulin in any of your recipes.
Oh. I haven't.
What is it?
I don't know.
Sweet.
I've never used it. I think it is used
It's
as
in
a
it's in
sweetener.
a lot of things.
Is chicory root smaller?
It's in with chicory root too.
Yeah.
It just depends on.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never used inulin.
Guess we
before
need to
either.
Google that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Betty.
Jan does lemon, stevia drops, and water with the electrolyte drops.
Yeah.
No more leg cramps. So.
And the
Okay.
stevia will make the
Yep.
mask the flavor. So yeah, have them do some flavoring of their water,
Flavor.
or use a Powerade Zero and just put it in that.
Yeah.
It'd be a little bit less. Or diet soda. Depends on what they drink.
Yeah, it's true. Some people handle diet soda just fine. Some people
Okay,
can't do it at all.
so do they make you tired?
What?
The mag drops?
No.
I bet if you took enough, they could
Okay.
make you tired.
Well, because I've always just done them at night, but I cannot have any sweeteners after like 3 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I
Okay.
get it. messes
But like
up
the
my
lemon
sleep.
and lime masks it pretty well
Yeah.
too,
Okay.
because there's quite a bit in there.
Okay.
But
So- And I put like a tiny bit of the Everly, like I put way less than the serving size in a really big cup because after you do keto for a while, you just don't need as much sweetener. So
yeah. But the mag drops should help you get tired because magnesium, it's a relaxant.
Yeah.
It should help.
you know what else I've been doing is magnesium in the bathtub. That helps too.
Yep.
Super relaxing.
Good to know.
Helps with muscle cramps. If I ever work out hard.
So there's a video on the internet about coconut oil.
Oh, let's not talk
It's
about
so
that.
funny. Anyway,
We're talking about magnesium.
I know we're talking about magnesium, but it was still really funny.
It was funny. Now you're gonna have to share it.
I'm probably gonna have to share it.
Now we're gonna have to show Amanda when we're done.
Yep.
So that she can
Yeah.
have a giggle about coconut oil.
That it can be used for anything.
Yeah.
That's how
Yes.
Dr. Rigby is with salt.
Yeah.
Like if there's anything wrong with somebody, he's
Oh,
like,
have some
just
salt.
Add some salt. Add
Get
some
some salt.
water.
Get some
Get
salt.
some salt. It's a joke at work. Just add salt.
Just add salt. Well,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, it
really
really
does help.
helps a lot.
It really
That's a
does.
lot.
I know. It really does.
And it's like
true.
it's like the meme of the guy with the hair sticking up. He says, "I'm not saying that it's aliens, but it's aliens. I'm not saying that salt cures everything, but most of the time
But
it
pretty
does."
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Especially
really
on
is.
keto.
Salt helps a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Are we done?
Yeah, SB Michaela says, I was wondering if I was the only one whose eyes were burning after using the Keto Chow eye drops. Okay. Yes, it's chicory root and supposed to have probiotic benefits. I just use acacia gum in my Keto Chow, so
Yeah.
because it's in there.
We have had a couple of different products with chicory root in it, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, so we haven't researched it a lot.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Thank you for
She
having me.
drove all the way down here.
With
It's
their
like-
adorable kids.
Yeah,
They're
but they're
so
having a
cute.
ton of fun, right?
They are.
Yeah.
They're gonna sleep on the way home, right?
Yep, and then they'll be awake all night.
Well, you came to the meetup. Didn't you say that they were like asleep?
Oh, they crashed.
right?
Alina crashed like the second we walked out
Oh,
and
man.
got her in the car. She was gone. She was so tired.
I'm pretty much gonna do that as soon as we're done too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an hour drive, so.
Oh yeah, listen to a bunch of podcasts, right?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I'm all into true crime.
Oh, okay.
All about true crime. We have groups at work, like, we're like, what podcast are you listening to? I don't know. What
Yeah.
podcast are you listening to? Okay, I'm going to go listen to that podcast now. Like,
Yeah.
we talk better. No book club, it's podcast club.
Podcast
Nice.
Club.
Yep.
See, and I used to have like a 45-minute commute. Now I have like a
Yeah,
5-minute
now he never
commute.
listens to anything because he doesn't have time.
I'm like
You get to work,
30
you're
or
like-
40 podcasts behind.
I am like 100 probably.
I was listening to the Keto Evangelist podcast, and he was giving his 2018 year in review.
Oh, and you're like,
And
yeah.
he was talking about how he's
Really?
coming to the Keto Salt Lake conference. He's like, and he was saying, I think it's like Keto Salt Lake or Keto Utah, or I just don't remember. Sorry, Chris. I'm like, God, it took me this long to hear him say that. It was pretty funny. So, okay, well, thanks for joining us, and everybody, you have
Everybody
a nice
go
night.
follow Amanda Eats Keto on
Yes,
Instagram
Amanda Eats Keto,
and to try all of her recipes because they're delicious.
but she's not on Facebook very much, but she is on the Instagrams, right?
Instagram a lot, yes.
Okay, because Facebook is for old people. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, I don't hit this to stop. I hit
Yeah,
this
okay,
to stop.
okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Bye.
And
Bye-bye.
it's done.
Bye.
Hey, hey.